for me, on behalf of government, we're extremely excited, to be part and parcel of the 6th edition of the Sotambe, for many reasons. Number one, and I've stressed so many times, because I've been now, this is the 3rd year that I'm being part of the Sotambe, and I've seen it grow into, more or less an international, activity. And for us, we are excited because Sotambe and the activities that follows through is a platform for upcoming artists. Now, many times we are, I often argue that it is not our role as government to create employment. That I can argue. If you want, let's take it another day. We can take the whole day. Government must not be blamed for the lack of employment, because it is not our responsibility to create employment for you, the citizen. Our role as government is to create an environment that supports the growth of industries. And I think that arguably the movie industry is one of the biggest industry everywhere you go. If you go to America, if you go to Nigeria, if you go to India, the movie industry is one of the biggest industries. And so we think as government here in Zambia that there's a lot of potential within the movie industry, because we've got capable men and women that can venture into this industry, and we can grow this industry and it can create employment. I'm excited that Sotambe was born in Kitwe, and we continue to see it grow. And what a way for us to support, other than to being present all the times and support you with whatever you need, because we know ultimately that we would have created the environment that is conducive for our young people to participate and earn a living out of the movie industry. And so the people behind Sotambe, I want to commend you. I think you've worked relentlessly. This is your 6th year, and have shown the resolve, that you're not backing down, no matter the pressures in finances. Of course, the economy is biting, but we can see the determination, we can see the resolve that you are determined to ensure that this platform doesn't vanish.
I'm very proud to tell you that this year we have received over 300 movie submissions, out of which 114 came from Zambian producers, which was really amazing. So out of these 300 movies that were submitted to us, we carefully selected about 60, which you will be able to come and watch during the festival period at the Kitwelde Theatre. This commitment that we gave to organize this festival 6 years ago, unknowingly, that implies that this commitment includes all of us in here. The film festival is happening on the Copperbird. I think NAMA representative Mr. Benny mentioned. We are very proud that it is a Copperbird, that it is Kitwe, and I would like to maintain this national activity based here. I would like to see more and more people come and attend all the way from all the parts of Zambia, and thank you, Paulos, again for making it possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, lastly, I would like to say that the film industry in Zambia has a potential to create jobs, as our district commissioner mentioned, and to contribute greatly to the GDP of this country. It is a sleeping giant, and we as Sotambe Documentary Film and Arts Festival are here to contribute to its growth through our sponsors, partners, and media. What we have,
when I'm speaking about power tools, as a businessman, my father raised me to be someone to help anybody who is in need. And looking at the initiative that Sotambe brought forward, I was really encouraged and also very excited to partner with them because of the way that she is so passionate about it. I've never met anybody who is so passionate about something, and the manner in which she carries this, she has made it her life's mission to actually help a country like Zambia. She's from a totally different country and wants to make this thing grow from the ground up. This is the 6th year, and I know we've come so late to the party as Power Tools, but I have always said that it's never too late to join something that is going to be great. And if there's one thing that I would like to encourage is more corporates to come to the party and also support such initiatives, because Kitwe is a small town, yes, but it has corporates that can definitely support and help to grow some of these initiatives.
We looked at the arts and dance in the Copper Belt, and we decided to come on board with Sotambe because we feel that we can also help them in terms of while they're doing their events on filming, we can host or help them out on the entertainment side. because there's no, as they say, hard work and no partying is not a good thing. So we want to be part of the partying side. So we have volunteered our space, which is the Copper Bullet, and we're going to be hosting the VIP cocktail party for all the dignitaries that are coming through. And then after that, we will also host a Latin ladies' night for the film of, I think it's called the Film of Ladies, where we will now provide for the ladies free cocktails for the next 2 hours of that evening. We feel that with Sotambe, the way forward is to bring it out at an open event, and that is what we're good at in producing open events. So we will look at Mindolo Dam for next year, if Sotambe allows us. We want to incorporate dance, music, arts, theatrical events on the ground, as well as international artists performing.
Right? So we need to go to Coca-Cola. So it's such things that we have to do and grow the film industry. It is interaction with the value chain. And that is why we're coming in as Mauritius. You've seen our interventions through the Mauritius Talent Factory, where we're training young people, not only to make film, but also to be in the business of film. Because the business of film is not just the production you see on TV, it's the whole value chain.
This festival could not have come at the right time than this, when we are also looking forward to the coming back of the Ngoma Awards. We will continually support such ventures in whatever little way possible in ensuring that the likes of Sotambe's core business, which is to bring on board local filmmakers and artists in general to showcase their projects, share ideas in order to inspire others, is achieved.
Break my bones, but you can never break me. My heart conditioned fully to be on natural words. I can do things you Christ who strengthens me.
The Success Sotambe Documentary Film and Arts Festival right here at ECL Mall. Wow, we celebrate the filmmakers, and joining me on the red carpet this evening is Kapita. Good to have you here.
Thank you very, very much. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. We were talking about the film industry so far. How would you describe the industry at the moment?
Well, it's a baby that's actually growing at actually a fast rate, and I'm humbled to be actually part of the process, because I'm getting to learn more and more and more from actually the people that started and the people that are grooming it, with organizations such as Sotambe, Mauritius coming on board, as well as all the corporate business houses coming on board. So it's very interesting.
In terms of as an actor, how many things have you done? Any projects that people need to look out for? What have you done so far?
Well, right now I have the Lunar Effect actually screening, and today it's actually being premiered at this year's Sotambe, and many more. Actually, they should expect quite interesting production.
And with the coming in of such things like Sotambe, Mauritius coming together to promote the film industry. Going forward, how do you see the film industry?
Well, the film industry is actually going to be a big business. It's going bigger and bigger, which will actually even bring in revenue into this country, and we are going to be the end user. And just as it is in other countries, Zambia is also improving and improving. Even revenue keeps on coming into the country.
I feel like it's something that really this part of Southern Africa needs. It's very well organized, and the essence of just bringing all these different countries to come and share and tell African stories is so amazing, and it being in Zambia and this big and well organized, and it's very motivating for us filmmakers.
So far, I know I have a bit of record on what you have worked on, but just for the sake of the viewers, just explain to us, some of the projects that you've worked on.
All right, so I started out with documentary. I've done biopic on Zambia's first female boxer, Esther Peru. That was my first feature film. Then I went on to do Imaginations. I did about 10 short films. Then I went on to direct Zua season 1 and 2.
Wow, well done, well done.
Thank you.
I started talking about, the women in the film industry. How are we doing from your perspective in terms of women participating in the film industry?
I mean, from the time I started, there was not so many women, but now it's so nice to actually just see women. And obviously, thanks to Catherine Kasaketi, women who just set the pedestals for us to follow. And now from me, there's also other generation, new voices of filmmakers. Even though I still feel I still have so much to offer, but yeah, there's so much. I think there's also room. I think this country is very open and very liberal in recognizing that actually women too can contribute. But I still think at the same time, so much can be done to change the prospects in terms of how much jobs, there's actually few women out there in the industry are having the actual good jobs as compared to men, so that still has to change quite a bit.
Now, during this Sotambe Film Festival, what are you bringing on board to the other people?
What am I bringing on? I mean, there's the Women Conference in film, which is a segment that has been added. So I'm participating in that, and it's quite just amazing to meet with different women, trying to motivate each other, learn from each other, learn from our challenges, from our experiences, and just share knowledge and see how we can prospect the future for Zambian women in film. So it's quite interesting on that aspect.
Wow, wonderful. And with such initiatives, do you think we're going somewhere in the film?
Definitely. I mean, well done to Martina and her partner Daniel for actually putting up such an amazing festival, and it actually recognizing the whole aspect of filmmakers, including women. I think this is really something. Give them 5 years from now, I think this will be something that Africa will have to talk about. I've traveled to many different festivals across Africa. I mean, I see it actually modeling and becoming the festival of Africa.
We don't only talk, we actually do walk the talk. Is that just last 2 weeks ago, we graduated our first class of 20 students from 7 different countries of multi-choice, and these are going to be what you are going to look at as our future, because we are looking at the youth and empowering the youth, and in this youth, we are hoping to see where the future goes. We've trained them in all aspects of film, and we are not hoping, because hope is not a strategy. We are confident that they are going to be what the future looks like.
I think the Sotambe Film Festival is a great initiative. It's a great platform for local artists and also international African artists to showcase their work. And I feel like it's got great potential to grow even bigger in years to come. So I'm really excited to be here. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to come and interact with people from my industry.
Share with us and the viewers out there, your experience, being part of the Talent Factory.
It was an amazing experience, like I mentioned earlier. It was a lot. It was basically learning things and relearning things, because I was lucky enough to have a background in television journalism. So when I got into the factory as well, so it was sort of like me revamping the skills I knew, but then I also learned a lot. Everything in terms of fiction filmmaking, from the conception of an idea to the execution and then later to the distribution of it. So that was very beneficial to me, because I feel like now I'm in a better stage and a better mindset to take on projects and see them through, and I don't really have to rely on other people to help me. Whereas before I thought I would need, well, obviously you can't work without a team, but then I just think the whole idea is I'm more confident within myself and I'm more independent within myself to actually produce something.
And with such initiatives that are coming in, where do you see the film industry if you continue, like partners like Multi-Choice, building a
a lot of young people in the industry. How do you picture the future?
Obviously, with a lot of support from companies like Multi-Choice Talent Factory, the Zambian film industry is growing, and 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I think we'll have an industry that strongly rivals that of South Africa, that of Nigeria, that of Kenya, because we have a lot of talent and a lot of potential here in Zambia, and actually just all over Africa in general. And an investment into what is essentially $1 billion industry can greatly, improve the lives of lots of people and contribute to the culture and just general atmosphere of the arts and media.
Like I was not even expecting, like, even for the first time I was like, is my movie going to go through? I was like, okay, it's fine. So I just had 2 in my name, and the other one was, I just produced it, so somebody else directed. So I was like, okay, you submit, I'm going to submit too. But it came to see like, oh, okay, the 3 of them went through. I was like, wow, I have to be there.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Let's now look at the film industry in Zambia. From your perspective, how does it look like?
People used to do film out of maybe passion. Now these days, I'm happy to say people have taken it as work. It's like some are even getting they're having that's the source of income, like for their living. So I see the film industry growing bigger and bigger every day, creating more and more employment.
Together we can achieve, participation is the key. Yeah. Proudly Africa, we're proudly Africa. Yeah, yeah. Oh, embrace it. We're proudly Africa. Yeah, yeah. Togetherness. Malawi and Angola, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, South Africa. Embrace it. Mozambique, Eswatini, Swaziland, Zambia. Togetherness. We're proudly African.
So this industry will only grow if we depend on each other, but above all, we need to believe in ourselves. Let's package ourselves. Let's present ourselves to the outside world the way we want them to see.
I'm not talking about jobs of runners, script printers, script supervisors. I'm talking about decision-making jobs. If you put me and enact me in a position where I'm a producer, you don't have to undress to get a job as a woman. I'll give it to you on integrity. So we want to see that kind of change. We want to see women in those leadership positions. That's the future I like to see. I like to see women owning TV stations, employing other women.
Film is a serious business. So treat film as a business and it will work for you. That's the first change I want us to see. I don't want us to be filmmakers, script, video and all that. So let's plan. Once we change our mindset, we learn how to plan, how to come up with things, production becomes the easy part. Then my encouragement, I would say, I always love using the phrase, time and chance happen to them all. Keep fighting, keep pushing. Some projects may fail, some projects will never see TV, some projects may have issues, but don't give up.
Criticism is a very healthy thing towards growth, but I feel like Zambian filmmakers have not yet grown the muscle to accept criticism. I'm speaking this truth. Some people are not speaking to some people in this industry because of that. Some people have burnt bridges because of that. Some people are avoiding working with other people because they have not resolved those differences of cheated, trashed my work, cheated, trashed my work. And I see these battles among filmmakers every day. When people squashed me on Facebook, people were expecting me to rant. Okay, and one thing you should know, I think something we should embrace as filmmakers is that people that criticize our work, some of it is petty and some of it is constructive. Pay attention to the constructive criticism. What we need to do is we need to mature up. We need to mature up and to grow up and to accept criticism and know how to embrace it.
I started off as an actor. I was acting in a series called Colors, TV drama back in my country in Botswana. And from then on, I met other people, we networked, and we thought, why not collaborate and start documentaries, because I'm passionate about filmmaking. It's just that I had never done it before. I myself have natural hair, and it was just trying to share the experience I've had over the years having natural hair. So I wanted to show people the different views people have. I wanted to see the pre-colonial influence on how black women wear their hair, and generally it is very political how we wear our hair. So I wanted to put that in camera and just share it with people. It premiered in California at the Africa World Documentary Film Festival, and it was aired in Trinidad and Tobago and also in South Africa. So Zambia is the fourth country. I'm yet to show it in my country, so I guess from here I should also share it with my people. It's been absolutely amazing. I've met people, I've learned a lot through the conferences, so hopefully there'll be a lot of collaborations and future work. I honestly feel like the Zambian industry is doing so well, a little further than we are back home, I believe. And in the other conference to do with commissioning, they were airing the concerns about IP rights and all that. So I feel like in Zambia, if they came together to become one voice, they'll be able to have laws that protect them more. So they just need to come together and be one voice. Otherwise, they're doing very, very well. It's just passion and hard work. It's not an easy industry at all. Sometimes you don't get paid, sometimes you do. It's unpredictable. But when you're passionate, you learn, get skills, and just continue to push through and do it.
How much?
So much.
So much? Oh, you deserve a present.
What was that?
I think I hit someone.
Okay, I was given a concept. My executive producer got a concept from a storyteller, and they gave it to me and told me to do a screenplay as well as produce. When I looked at the concept, it was something that I felt I should work on because it talks about vengeance, it talks about trauma, it talks about how one has to really clear their house before moving on, because if you leave a dark past, it always follows you. So it also touches on that. So I really thought, okay, I can work on this. Right now, like I said, I was hired by a production house to produce a series for them. So that's what I'm working on. Then after interacting with so many filmmakers here, we have guys from Malawi. They want me to actually go to Malawi and do a collaboration with them. So, and more other filmmakers are showing me their scripts, and they just want to see how we can work together. So more projects to come.
Drink water.
How about the deal?
What?
The only reason your husband was not arrested for dangerous driving was because I didn't report him.
Auntie Vio, whatever you call yourself, let me tell you categorically that we're not looking for no maid here. You are not welcome. Go look for a job elsewhere.
I'm a student, an actress. So I just came to watch, it was actually the women's conference in Fume today, but I was late, but at least I had a chance to watch a movie that was produced by a female and actually written by a female. The experience was fine. At first, I didn't understand the story. I was being judgmental until she had to say it was actually a South African script that she had to change things here and there. But if it was just coming from her straight, it wasn't going to be that. I would have had a lot of critics, but actually changing somebody's script is really hard. And she tried. And coming from a female, it was really a good script and good casting as well. It was amazing.
I feel great, I'm not going to lie, I feel overwhelmed. It's actually very encouraging for me. Not that I've been looking forward for this award, but I've been looking for a sign to show me that I'm in the right direction. And this is a sign. I started off in 2012, just after completing my grade 12. And I went into the film industry and I started learning the crafts, researching on it so that I get to understand what I was getting into. That's when I started off. My motivation is my family. I feel so emotional right now. I believe film is what completes me. It's something that I feel I resonate with. It's something I feel I'm empowered. It's something that I feel defines me. And when I'm doing this, I feel like my family accepting it and encouraging it, it shows to say they believe in this dream. So my strongest motivation, no matter what, is my family, because regardless of everything, if they're against me, then I'm not doing anything right. But if they're for me, they're with me, then the world can stand against me. Yeah, so my most strongest motivation is my family. It's not easy. It's never been easy. It's never going to be easy. But one thing I'm going to tell you is, you will hear a lot of naysayers. You hear a lot of don't do this, don't go into this field. I mean, you're not ready. If you don't start, how are you going to know if you're ready? So it takes you getting out of your comfort zone and pursuing this dream, because it's a career, it's not a hobby. You need to believe in yourself, know why you're in the industry, and most of all, you have to be patient and persistent, because it's not easy. You know, it's not easy. There are a lot of loopholes, a lot of hindrances, a lot of downfalls, a lot of depression. So you need to understand where you're getting into the film industry. But I can tell you, most of all, at the end of the day, everything pays off, little by little.
I feel excited. Yes, it was my first project as a producer and a director. I directed it and produced. So it's awesome. It feels awesome. My first project brought me an award. I started filmmaking in 2007 as an actress. Then 2012, I started directing and producing. Submitting is it's really encouraging because it shows that what you are doing is something that it's pushing. We are pushing and not just making films just to watch and stuff. No, at least it shows that we are pushing. We're getting there. It's competition. But okay, I'm good at this. I'm not good at this. So it really weighs us. Where am I lacking? What am I lacking in this industry and stuff? So yeah, it's really good for us filmmakers to submit our films to such competitions. Yeah, it's a motivation.